Everybody, so today we're just gonna do a little really quick live stream before I go to bed for the night, and we're just gonna talk about why the Token SMP died, why no one plays on it anymore, and frankly, this can only be blamed on Togan and Hypebeast himself. We see this because people stopped playing the realm after my team beat them so bad that they had nothing. So after this all happened, they all stopped playing. Now, why did this happen? Because they betrayed me. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, they betrayed me. They betrayed the server and they wanted to cause chaos. This led to the server's death. An early death for the server. Another note on why the server died, which also goes back, which I believe to be Logan's faction, Aiden's faction, their fault. They griefed everything before, which was happened way after, which happened like, okay, maybe a couple days after everyone stopped playing, or so, I don't know. But anyways, they griefed everything. This shows that they had no structural integrity, as you can see here. They had no structural integrity for the server's rules, okay? So I just want to let you guys all know that the reason why the Token SMP died was because of Logan's faction. It was because of Logan's faction. It was because of their cruelty. How they had no respect for server rules. They had no respect for other players. Which ultimately led to them getting beaten in a violent war. Them lashing out. Them breaking their own rules. So, I just think that this is all why the server died. So if any of you are curious why we stopped uploading on the server, this is why. Now, me, Mario, and Poop, we still play together. We always play together. But this is why. And, you know, I just want to let you all know. As you can see here, they griefed everything after the server died a little. So they have no respect for their own rules. Because this would have been a great piece of history to look back at in a couple of years, but they griefed everything. They have no respect for server rules, no respect for anything like that. And so, yeah, the server died. Because they had no respect for me or my team. They betrayed us at the beginning of the game. I think the moment the server died was when Logan told Akoa, yo, let's betray Camden. Because that is the moment that I left and I wanted to get my revenge on them, which I did. Which led to them basically abandoning the server. So, that is why the server died, okay? It was because they abandoned my team. They left me. They destroyed my base. I got my revenge on them. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't fight back. They couldn't handle what they did. And so they all just quit. And then after they all quit, and we quit because it was just us, they decided to destroy everything as a last-ditch, petty attempt to get revenge for a destruction of their own making. All the destruction, all the wasted hours that were brought to them by the team, by our team, all the destruction we caused them. After all the destruction they caused me personally, they couldn't handle it, and so they just quit, and they decided they had to be petty about it, and do this. So, if any of you are wondering, that is why the Togan SMP died. It's still a thing, and it's still going to be a thing for the next 3 months, assuming he doesn't renew it. So, you know, it could revive. It very well could revive. And if it does revive, I'm going to continue my revenge for my base. For my happy gas. They killed the happy gas. That's not cool, man. That's just not cool. And, you know, they couldn't even come up with something. They just said your base is gone. That's not even witty. Like, come on. So, yeah, that is why the Token SMP died. In recap, frankly, we like to start new SMPs every so often, and we hope that they stay. This one didn't. Lasted a week or two. We got 300 days in. That's a lot, though. And honestly, I had a lot of fun on this SMP. So I had a lot of fun on this SMP. And frankly, it was a shame that they decided to break the founding principle of griefing. Which, by the way, when me, Mario, and Devilish destroyed their base and fought them, we never griefed them. We made sure not to grief them. We didn't destroy their buildings. We didn't burn down their buildings. We didn't take their homes, take it from the ground, like they did to me. At the very beginning of the server, they burned my base, and then they do this. No integrity, and that is why the server died. Due to just everyone on the server's lack of integrity, lack of consciousness, lack of respect. That's why the server died. I think that's pretty. I just sneezed there. But that's why the server died, folks. Just lack of integrity, lack of respect, and just reckless caring. They never respected me or my team from the beginning. Even when I was with them, it was their idea to leave me and destroy my base. And then I got my revenge on them, and I did not destroy their base. And then they just quit, because they just couldn't handle it. And then they destroyed my base, which is just not fair. And I just found out that my base got destroyed today, because one of them told me, which is genuinely shameful. So, I will let you guys know for the series. Me, Mario, and Devilish, still pretty close. And if this server does get revived, then us three are going to get back on here. We're going to rebuild. And we are going to blow up their base. We are going to destroy it, bro. Since they want to break their no griefing rule, we are going to blow up everything. If they get back on, if the server gets revived. We are going to just create anarchy in the server. We are going to create just fairness, frankly. Okay, because I never wanted to grief. Even when they first started griefing me, when they first griefed at the beginning, I was like, you know what? Okay. I can't do this. We can't become what they are. But after seeing this, after seeing their pettiness, you know, it's just, we're gonna have to grief them if they do decide to revive the server. And frankly, I know the server's dead, but I'm tempted to call Mario right now. I'm tempted to say, Mario, they destroyed our base. Let's go destroy them. Let's go destroy their base. The server's dead, but I'm not gonna do that. But, you know, and the worst part is, the people who did this, you wanna know what the worst part about it is? They were trying to make us feel bad for attacking, for stealing their diamonds, even though they were working with Hakobo and Logan. They tried to make us feel bad for destroying the diamonds, so we gave them back their diamonds. Then they destroyed our base, and they were like, yo, then they griefed us for round 1. So, which, I don't know if I documented, I think I did. Yes, I did, In the video, Never Trust a Man Begging for Mercy, I documented how they griefed us. And then they were like, we're so sorry, and then they did this again. They cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. If the server gets revived, I will be advocating for their removal. I will be advocating for their removal, as I think they make this server an unstable place. I think they have no terms, and frankly, it's just disgusting. And I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of what this server became, and I think that's why it died. Once again, lack of integrity, lack of respect. So, also, it doesn't help that the owner abandoned the server. You know, that also played a factor in it, but, you know, not a big factor, because he wasn't that big of a factor. He wasn't that big of a player in the global scene in the server. But, yeah. Thank you guys for following the series. This might be the end of it. We might get a revival. If I get a revival, I will let you guys know immediately. So, thank you for following our country's journey. We can consider ourselves the victor, considering we destroyed everything of theirs. Oh, when I say everything, I mean the supplies. I didn't mean their base. We didn't grief anything. You guys know that. But in order to beat us, which they didn't beat us, by the way, we beat them. We destroyed everything that they had. We left them naked with nothing. They had to grief our base, which was fundamentally against the rules. So yeah, you know, it's a shame. It's a tragedy, and they couldn't even grief the lanterns up there. But, they also couldn't grief that thing over there. Beautiful outpost Mario built, by the way. Beautiful, thank you, Mario. But, yeah, you know, it's a tragedy. You hate to see it. But, yeah, you know. Thanks for following the series, everybody. I know this was a short stream. I just wanted to catch you guys up on everything. I will hopefully talk to you guys later. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Good night, everybody. And I will keep you updated on the Togan SMP and the brutality of our enemy.